What is up, card fighters, and welcome back to the Prime Vanguard channel. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to the third episode of the Cardfight Vanguard Divinez Deluxe Arc, and I'm super excited to get into this one. We will be watching the battle between Gui and Mireai, showcasing the new Griphogilla and Bavsargra support. I'm super excited to watch this episode because I really am interested to see what Griphogilla is going to do. I know everyone's curious about what Bavsargra is going to do, but I'm curious what Griphogilla is going to do because for the longest time, this deck has been in the most obsolete place no matter what nation you throw it in, outside of like Dragon Empire. And I think Brantgate, there's not really too much deck is doing right now. So let's see what these two new decks are going to do and how this arc is going. I'm also curious to hear your thoughts below in the comment section how you feel about the rest of this series, as you've hopefully been watching with us. I've been watching Cardfight Vanguard Deluxe since its premiere. Definitely check out the other two episodes prior to watching this one. I'll leave a link in the description below so you guys can do that. And you can join us on our journey as we watch the entirety of the series from start to finish. And if you guys enjoy seeing content like this, you already know what's coming next. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do not forget to hit the notification bell so you guys are always up to date with my newest videos coming out. With that being said, I won't hold you guys up anymore. Let's go ahead and watch episode 3 and get onto it. More Michiru and Danchi stuff. I love it. I love their friendship dynamic. Oh yeah, and Akina and his arc. It's going to be interesting. Because wasn't that like his second loss throughout the entirety of this series? I don't remember from last season if he lost. Everyone from the Divine arc is back. So I'm curious to see how that will go. Alright, there's our boy. Raika Koshiba. Such a long journey he came from season 2 of Overdress. I'm very excited to see how the new Youthberg support is going to play for this deck. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care for anyone else here. The new Impalito player. And Megumi, I'm definitely here for this one, only because I care about Magnolia. I'm happy that Magnolia is getting new support, new stuff, new everything, because Lord knows that we need it. She just got her stuff revealed too. The new Shadow Army Butterfly stuff, that's going to be interesting to see. She just got insane support and also is playing the best deck of the format between her and her brother. And now with Varga Rakshasa. I'm curious if now is going to be playing Rakshasa or old Varga. Because they've given 3 out of... They gave 2 out of the first 6 original forms new support. Then they gave the Levy Dress new support with Imperio. Gui's in the tournament too, which I'm excited for. Let's see what fight he has today. And that's going to determine if Varga gets support. I don't feel like Varga's going to get a new form. I think that if Varga was getting new form, it would have been a bigger highlight in this set. I mean, well, Levidros and Raziel both got new forms in the same set. So it might happen. Varga might get a new form, but I don't see that happening. I think that we have most of the next 2 sets pretty much revealed. So I don't think Varga's getting a new form, but if it does, it does. But we'll see. We'll find out. Okay. Pretty standard. Group A, Group B, and Group C. Let's see. Gui versus Mireai now versus Erica. So the little sister isn't playing in the tournament. Oh yeah, because they didn't show her already. Sil versus Senka. Megumi versus Suzune. I hope they don't put Megumi against Suzune first, because if they put Megumi against Suzune, she's bound to lose for the sake of the story and we get more of the character. Because they always dog Megumi. I feel so bad for her. No pun intended. The disrespect on Bo is crazy. Overseas. We're hosting the preliminaries overseas, and then we'll come join us for the final tournament. Okay. So there's going to be 4 more players added to this, so everything we're seeing now isn't here. So, I'm curious. Overseas. So that means that we have Sophie, because Alma Jestar just got new support, so that's my first thought. What else got support that I can think about? There's nothing been for there's no avant-garde stuff, so Sam isn't coming. Diabolos got a lot of new stuff. Danji might come back. They also might surprise us with Yu Yu. Yu's gotten a couple of promo cards for the deck, but I'm not sure if he'll come back for it. So there's that. There's the guy that plays heroes, but he's not relevant enough to be in there. So right now, it's just for me, Danji, Michiru, Sophie, and then the 4th person is a wild card for me. Who do y'all think it's going to be? I don't think Masanori's card fighting. Oh, I have a crazy idea. Who's the guy who plays Bastion? I forgot his name. It's the blonde dude. I just forgot. I'm sorry. I had to get something to drink. Oh, she can't see. Oh, he's so much nicer now. Interesting. Alright, it's starting. Let's see what we got. Sephiroth Seed, Seal Blaze Dragon, Arincia Severe. Okay, so Gui's going first. Okay, so Sephiroth Seed, we're keeping that. The whole not riding thing. Blessing cards. And he gets the energy. This is good, because I was worried about that because he can't ride, so I was wondering if he was going to get that. But I'm glad that they worked it out. So I'm going to assume that Sephiroth Seed itself has that into the card. Now it's her turn. Namukar Anwi, Namukar skill, so I'm going second. Oh, so you get 2 arms to your hand right away. And that's a 2-card compression because she went second. Insane consistency. He won't ride, so we get another card. So I'm going to assume that these blessing cards are probably like the old Griphogilla cards and they don't actually do anything, but we'll see, because so far he doesn't have a ride deck, so I don't know if that matters. So the blessing cards may or may not actually do something this time. You still get Dragon Tree markers in this deck. Okay, so that's actually important because his numbers will always be buffed. That's actually really huge for this deck, because that means that the new mass support that we're getting for Gandiva, Solryron, those cards will actually be relevant in the deck depending on what nation you choose to play for it. He's playing clearly a Dragon Empire variation, so that card might come up. Alright, let's see it. 3 blessing cards. He's gonna go into the new Griphogilla. Let's see it. I like the change they made to the OST. It's no longer this like daunting thing. It's a little bit more. It's still daunting, but it's not as like evilish sounding, if that makes sense. There it is. Dragon Tree of Advent Griphogilla. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I actually might play this. I played Griphogilla in Deer Days, but I'm excited to actually play this deck with this variation. Because from what I've heard, it already looks like a huge upgrade for the deck. Already getting the grade from the stuff, and the fact that you can call Rear Guards early gives the deck something finally to do. But let's see what it actually does. So Ragoon Quimmer, that gives you it's a Dragon Tree marker and Mascadrome Circular. He gets to use it. Gets Persona. Okay, so you still keep that, which is huge. Energy blasting 3 cards that place a Dragon Tree marker. Okay, so this deck uses energy. And there's that creepy little zoom in on his face that they always do. Still playing Esperidia in this deck. Makes sense. I thought she was going to make a Yu reference. So Dragon Tree marker, energy card, and Sephiroth gets 5k power. That is huge because he's already built up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy. So he'll get 5 energy off of that, meaning that he can actually use that Energy Blast 7 skill consistently to keep boosting up his hand and get new cards. Does that, well, that effect happens on attack, so on his next turn he should be able to do it. He hasn't played that grade 1 yet, so I don't know what it does. We'll see. And then she is at grade 2, so it might have a when your opponent's Vanguard is at grade 3 effect already, but we'll find out. Because Esperidia wasn't... Did Esperidia even stand? I don't remember. It is incredible. Oh, there he is. They're still showing Yu, which is crazy even though they haven't brought him into the series. Yu might actually make a comeback for it. Oh, I like how they're reminiscing with each other for it. And they showed Yu twice. You know, 3rd time's the charm. Yu might make a comeback here. That would actually be really cool to see the previous antagonist face the current antagonist of the series and how they face against each other. Like they did with Chrono versus Aichi all the way back in G. Ooh, she's getting serious. Alright, she's about to do it. Let's see it. Bavsargra Axaya. What beautiful artwork. That card looks amazing. Okay, the grade 2 skill, 2 arms from the deck to drop zone. Play Seal, Blade Shield, Bronda. More compression! That is 4 cards out of the deck already. That is insane. Because her grade 1, she said going second, so I'm assuming the grade 1 when going first, it's only add 1. But if you go second, you get 2. And then the grade 2 mills 2, and then lets you put the shield or one of the arm cards from the drop zone onto her. Bavsargra skill, energy charge, and call trick move from drop zone. That is big. That is big for this deck. Because she can keep calling on key pieces. They kept that. Discard arm to my hand, draw 2. What? 5k power, what? Oh, the consistency buff for this deck is insane. And she can arm herself is crazy. The sword gives 5k to okay, that's good. Oh, they kept that, so, I mean, I'm glad that they did because that was a big part of what made Bavsargra good is the fact that she could keep clearing out the front row, because a lot of decks actually don't deal with or like control right now. There aren't too many like very strong control decks at this moment. Dress boost, Bavsargra. Okay, so you get to maintain that, the dress boost from the Bavsargra effect. So that means that this card has the Bavsargra, keeps the original Bavsargra name. Firelord, okay, yeah, definitely keeps the original Bavsargra name. This is huge. Draw trigger. And then front trigger. Okay, so she's playing Rainbow. Using Mashot's skill. Oh, the rear guard seems... Okay, I thought she was gonna I thought it was gonna be something like per every arm card, restand your units. But the deck finally got a restand, which is huge. I know all Bavsargra players are screaming right now because now the deck can go past 3 attacks. Alright, divide the drop zone. Okay. So the sword gets rid of itself after you use its effect. That's very, very interesting that this can do this. This deck's consistency, and there's that creep. I always hate when they do that for him. They zoom in so close to his face. Back deal. Okay, so he's 25k power. So 25k power, that means that he has 5 Dragon Tree markers in play. So last turn he had 4. So now he has 6. Check top 5, call Esperidia. Okay, so builds up Dragon Tree markers, builds you up energy, lets Superior call, gives power to itself. Very interesting. Does this version keep the critical? 4, attack 5. Okay, but he's guaranteed 5 attacks this turn. No defenses. 61k. With its skill. Okay, so is that the Esperidia effect or the Sephiroth? And it has triple drive. It's probably the Esperidia's effect. Otherwise, it wouldn't make much sense to play Esperidia in the deck. So those are the Esperidias that restand. Sephiroth gives you triple drive. You gotta draw, a grade 2, and critical trigger. That's huge. Those Esperidias are big boys. And he's already on Persona Ride with the Dragon Tree markers on both of them. So that's 33. Yeah, they should be like 58, 68k something. 56. Okay. So she's using the shield now. 20k power. Okay, so just a straight up upgrade from the old one. 20k power is crazy. I mean, for everything that Bavsargra has been through, I feel like the deck deserves a major upgrade like this. The shield stayed though. I wonder if she has to Soul Blaster like be a requirement for that, because that's just a pure buff. That's literally just a straight up upgrade from 10k shield from the past one to 20k. There's our little guy. The animation on her hair, I love it. They gave her a zoom up on her face and she didn't like that. Got Persona, which is good. Bavsargra's skill. Okay, re-equipped. Front row gets 5k, and that's from the sword. So when the sword is activated, you get 5k your front row for the turn. She can overdress from the drop zone? So that ability must be grade 1 or less. And got Firelord. That's huge, because Firelord can't be affected by effects. And then becomes a big booster. Stacks another arm, another 5k to the front row. So, okay, calling Mashada. Okay, so those effects are continuous, because if she had the Yag Mashada in hand, that means that those swords get a continuous 5k buff for the turn they're activated. Blows up the front row. So I think he has one Esperidia left. We're out of Esperidias, but I think we should be. It looks like I feel like we're reaching a conclusion here, because these numbers are huge. Yeah, those Yag Mashados are 30k apiece for him to be guarding like that. Another 10k to the front row. So the 2 Yag Mashados are now 40k. The Vanguard has a crit on it, so he has to PG this. So she has crit, triple drive, front row retire, rearm. This is a huge upgrade for this deck. So if she doesn't pull a crit, hopefully he's fine. Persona. No Trick Moon. There it is, critical trigger. I think that's a wrap. So Yamashada's now at 50k. He already dropped 4 cards from his hand and 2 more for the PG. Oh, he must not have the defensive pieces. He probably didn't have all that shield neither. Place the Blitz Order. Okay, so the Blitz Order is actually a big deal. Because that's a good Blitz Order. Doesn't the Blitz Order give you a Dragon Tree marker? Well, doesn't matter. Mireai is the winner with the anime finish. That was a very impressive card fight. Oh my goodness. Bavsargra and Griphogilla, those decks should be eating so good. I'm so happy to see that. They fixed everything for Griphogilla and they... He learned his lesson. I'm happy he learned his lesson. But back to what I was saying, because I was so angry. Yeah, but Bavsargra and Griphogilla are eating really good. The Bavsargra, the consistency buff for that deck is insane. Compress 4 cards if you go second. Well, compress 3 if you go first, 4 if you go second. Then your Vanguard rearms. Then you get to, you know, call grade 0, or you get to overdress from the drop zone, which is going to be huge. You still keep the retired critical and power. You have Viralore, which is more power to the front row. You have multiple attacks. Oh yeah, that deck, they buffed the hell out of that. Excuse my language. They buffed the heck out of that deck. Oh, it's her. Is that an urn? I know I've been talking out throughout the entirety of this episode, but once again, guys, if you guys enjoy seeing content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. My analytics tell me that a lot of you guys enjoy seeing my content but are not subscribed to the channel, and in 2025, we're not doing that. So definitely, if you guys really are enjoying liking what you're seeing, please really do subscribe and like to the channel. Y'all know what's up for me. I enjoy making content like this. I enjoy sharing content like this with you. And when you guys do that for the channel, lets me know what you guys want to see and everything else that you guys want me to do moving forward. Now, in terms of the video, before we see the card of the day and get our Bavsargra explanation, I really enjoyed this fight. Like I said, I've been talking the whole episode, but Griphogilla is eating good, Bavsargra's eating good. Bavsargra, if anything, really got a huge consistency buff for her playstyle, and Griphogilla got a really big power boost for its playstyle. Because Griphogilla didn't do anything in the early game, despite the deck needing you to stall until you are turn 7 for the overtrigger. This deck doesn't seem to relate to that. It seems the grade 3 effect for Griphogilla is just get drive and power to itself, power to markers, superior call, all good things, right? Without the need of extenders. Fantastic. So Bavsargra got a consistency buff. This deck got a power buff. Naturally, I think that in the future, the new Sephirothigilla is going to be the route that the Griphogilla deck goes because it's so generic, and which is fantastic because the generic support for all the nations since the introduction of Griphogilla has definitely improved. We're also getting new Dragon Tree marker support for the next set because of Gandiva and Silrairon getting their mask variations. That's really huge. Also, with Sephirothigilla now being a thing, I think that's important to note is the fact that we potentially still could get mask decks. We could get mask decks for other things that need the support in the future, or we might get like light mask variations of decks because Sephirothigilla is supposed to be the reborn variation of Griphogilla. Not entirely sure. That's just a fun theory that I have in my head after seeing everything that I've seen, but you guys let me know what you guys think about that. We're going to go ahead and check out the card of the day and see what's going on with Bavsargra right now. Alright. So let's see what you got. Seal Blades of Arboration, Bavsargra, Axaya. I have the cup was empty, I don't know why I did that. Put a card from hand to soul, place armed card from the drop zone. When it's armed, you can call a card from the drop zone. It's grade 1 or below. So I was right. You get to, on top of that, this ability allows you to overdress. Okay, so I was right. You get to go ahead and overdress from the drop zone or call your trick move you set up for the next turn to overdress. Okay, so yeah, the other girl is getting cooked. The Impolito girl is getting cooked, guys. I don't know what to tell y'all. That means that Megumi's fighting Erika, so yeah, Megumi, please give Megumi a win. Please just give this girl a win. She needs it. The Lord knows that Megumi needs a win. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for staying tuned throughout the entirety of it. Stay tuned for next week's reaction episode. I was really late today just because I had some technical difficulties, but I finally worked it out on how to record these videos to get the best quality, to get the best sound, so you guys are able to enjoy watching the episodes with me the same way I'm enjoying it while watching on my laptop. But with that being said, Cardfighters, it's your host, Prime Vanguard, out, and I'll catch you later. Peace.